Today we're making cheesesteak egg rolls. Let's get started. Okay, here I have 2 cups of Vita Wheat gluten flour and 1/4 cup of garbanzo bean flour. 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds, 1 teaspoon of allspice, and 1 tablespoon of crushed red peppers, 3 teaspoons of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of thyme, 1 teaspoon of mustard, dry or liquid, 2 tablespoons of steak seasoning. Now I'm just going to put the lid on and blend this all up. I wasn't pleased with the taste, so I added 2 more tablespoons of the steak seasoning and 1 tablespoon of the Vegeta. Now I melted 1 veggie cube in 2 cups of water, and in it goes while the mixture is blending. Just trying to make it a little easier for myself because I don't feel like kneading this by hand. Nope, being lazy today. So I want to change it up a little bit. So I had about 2 tablespoons of this crushed sun-dried tomatoes left in the jar. So I just added that to it. And then I added about 2 tablespoons of water to the jar to get all the rest of that flavor out of there and just add it in there. Make it taste like whatever you want. Now, if your dough is too thick, feel free to add more water. If you make it too loose, you can always add more flour. Now that we got most of the kneading out of the way, let's see what we got. Looks good. Let's see. Yeah, look at that elasticity. Yes. All right. And it tastes good too. Okay, now that the food processor has done most of the work, we're just going to knead it for about 3 to 5 minutes. Maybe not 5 minutes. And now I'm wrapping my seitan in plastic wrap. And now I'm going to wrap it in aluminum foil. Add 2 cups of water to the Ninja Foodie. Now I'm adding my steamer basket, or if you have a rack, you can use that as well. Now place your meat into the steam basket and lock it if it has a little lock on top. I got this from Walmart. It's adorable. Now I'm going to steam this for 30 minutes in the foodie. Don't forget to put the pressure lid on, close the valve, and let her go. After 30 minutes, I'm going to let it count up to 10. It's about 3 hours later, and I'm now at my son and his wife's house, and they have this handy meat slicer that we're going to cut our steak up with. Look how nice that came out. My daughter-in-law, my son, and my granddaughter, I don't know if you can see her little head peeking there. They're standing guard over me because they know how dangerous I am in the kitchen with sharp objects. Okay, now back home, and I decided to cut them up into julienne slices. I don't know why, but let's keep going. Okay, so in a skillet with 2 tablespoons of oil, I'm adding my seitan. Yes. And in my second oiled skillet, I'm adding onions and peppers. Lots of onions and peppers. Oh, yeah. Saute those peppers and onions up till they get a char on them. Now, don't get too excited about those peppers and onions and forget about that seitan over there. You got to mix that up too. Just keep an eye on that seitan and don't let it dry out. So let's get to wrapping. Egg roll laid out. I have provolone cheese in the house, so that's what I'm using. Lay that on top. Put a little seitan on top. Then put some mozzarella or cheddar cheese or some cheese sauce on top, or you don't have to put anything on top. Or you can add, oh, if I had some Gouda cheese in the house. Oh, I love Gouda cheese. All right, let me stop. Then put your onions and peppers on top. And the good thing about having the cheese on top of the egg roll, you can just slide it down where you want it. So I had to slide it down a little bit just to get a nice roll. So you roll and you tuck each ends in, make it look like a mailing envelope, and then just keep rolling till you get to the end. And you can dab it with some egg wash, vegan egg wash that is, or water is just fine. That's what I used. And that egg roll has a tear in it because I only used one sheet. I hate when my egg rolls get rips in it. So I just wrapped it in another one right over top of that. So the next few I did with double sheets. A little bit of meat. Mozzarella. And a little bit of onions. And that's number 2. Okay, so now the twins and I are trying to stay away from so many fried foods. So, don't want a flour, don't want the oil. Ninja to the rescue. So, I found out that you don't need to use the air fry basket that comes with the Ninja. The twins told me when they want to fry something, they put it directly in the pot. Let's give it a shot. So, I am heating up the Ninja Foodie right now, just so that I'm not putting the wraps in there cold, because I don't know if they'll stick. So with the heat, it'll start frying instantly. So let's put this Ninja to work, see what she's working with. Now I do want my egg rolls crispy. So I'm going to brush a little oil lightly on my egg rolls before I put them in the foodie. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You know I don't time things. I don't like timing. I don't like measurements. But what I did was I was so excited. I just kept peeking in. And when I start seeing it brown, I'd flip it over, close the lid, flip it over, close the lid. And look what we got. Look at this. Is that golden or what? I can't wait to eat this. Now, you know, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, the seitan is already done when I steamed it. So I really didn't have to put it in the skillet. I could have probably just cut it up or left it in the thin slices that I did at my son's house like that and just rolled it, because it's going to cook again in the foodie. Look at that. Bam.